Hello everyone. If there's anyone there, we're back in the studio. Obviously, we're not in the van, are we? So we're back in the studio. It's a studio. Remember, it's a studio. It's not a man cave. Don't ever let your studio be called a man cave. And I'm just working on our next release. Can't hang about, you know. You've got to get on with it. Hopefully out at the end of January. I've nearly finished mixing it. That is really hard to say. I've had about 3 goes at that. Nearly finished mixing it. So yeah, like I said, can't hang about. Got to get on with it. This is the song that was supposed to be released in October that we decided to pull so that we could make sure No Turning Back was out when it's out. And it was out last Friday, by the way, in case you didn't know. Anyway, there she is, look. Can you hear her? She's very gentle. She hasn't really got going yet. Well, she's not even asleep. See, she snores when she's not even asleep. She knows I'm talking about her. So, yeah, what was I going to talk about? What did I come in for? What did I come in for? Every time I walk into the kitchen. Yeah, I was going to talk about the notion that I mentioned previously of just get on with it. Just get on with it. And how it applies to what we're doing. So, our journey, this current journey, not the overall journey, which started like 34 years ago next spring, the current journey started back in, well, actually before that, I had a load of multi-tracks, old recordings, that were backed up onto a CD from an old recording system that we used at the turn of the century. I mean, that makes us sound old, doesn't it? For those who are interested, it was a Yamaha AW4416, 16-track hard disc recorder, and everything was backed up on the CD. And I managed to get those off CD and onto my computer so that I could get them into Pro Tools, as I was in then. I'm in Studio One now. Went to Studio One in about April. And then when, like I said, the world went about April time, I got in touch with the lads and said, look, we've got all this stuff here. I think we can release a song every 5, 6, 7 weeks max. A lot of the stuff that I've put on just needs a bit of slap and tickle to tidy it up. We can get stuff out. We can start getting moving. Just start something. So we went along with it, and that's what we did. And our first release was Here It Goes on 1st of June. Then came What's on My Mind. Then we did What's on My Mind was one of the old sessions from 2001 that I managed to get off CD. Here It Goes was a new song that was almost finished when I had this idea. Because prior to this, we had like projects that we were working on, thinking, oh, we'll release EPs, but it takes so long, and that was the thinking. Was in that time we could just keep releasing music. So yeah, Here It Goes, What's on My Mind, Giveaway was another new one that was almost finished, so we got that out. Rolling Home before Giveaway, which was released, we re-recorded when we got back together in 2015 with Darren, and I remixed that and put that out. We'd originally released it as a freebie back in the end of 2016, beginning of 2017, I think. Remixed that, put that out, then it was Giveaway, then it was No Turning Back, which was out last Friday. So that's it. 5 songs in less than 6 months. And Jay, Kev and I have not been in the same room together since May 2019. We've achieved what we've achieved in 6 months, which is more than what we've achieved in 30 years, not even seen one another. We have not. I've seen Jay a couple of times, saw him back in May, saw him a couple of days ago, briefly, just in case the old Bill are watching. That's it. I've not seen Kev for 18 months. I've had a bit of a FaceTime with him. Not seen him in 18 months, and we've got him a music released. Now, Grant, it's a ball ache. It's a ball ache doing it like that. Let's have it right. But the bloody thing's still playing. Look. But that wasn't new to us. That wasn't new to us because I live in East Yorkshire. Jay lives down here. I'm just about 20 miles, not even 20, that's a lie, 20 minutes west of Hull. I'm in East Yorkshire, which is the north-east of England, for anyone who doesn't know. It's not really the north-east, but it's on the east coast and it's the north. Jay lives down in Bedfordshire, near Cambridge. Not in Cambridgeshire, near Cambridge, but in Bedfordshire. He's about 150 miles away from me. Kev, he used to live right down on the south coast, which was 300 miles from me. He's now up between sort of Birmingham and Wales-ish in Shropshire. He's now about 190, 200 miles away from me. So we're not local to one another. We all grew up in Harlow in Essex, but we're not local anymore. And Darren, he's on the Essex, Suffolk, Cambridgeshire border. So he was quite close to Jay. So that logistical nightmare was there from when we got back together in 2015. But what that meant was that I was just up here working on songs. Like, we're going to put a CD. We're going to put an EP out. And you're just working on it. And just, there's no real targets. There's no goals. There's no dates. There's no schedule. There's nothing. So you just procrastinate. Oh, I'm not happy with that. I'll start again. Blah, blah, blah. Faffing about. As soon as we said, right, this is what we're going to do, I put a schedule together. And my schedule is a release every 5, 6, maximum 7 weeks. And that takes us up to the end of 2021. And once we have that schedule, and there's dates in it, like this is when it's got to be, the mix has got to be finished. This is when it's got to be up on DistroKid. Got to be at mastering prior to that. Now I'll send it off to radio stations. So everything's on a calendar, in a diary, and that's it. That's what we work to, and we stick to that schedule. And once we've got that, that's it. That focuses the old mind. There's no room for, well, let's leave it. Let's go back to it. I don't want to rush it. No, we don't want to rush it. We don't want to put out crap. But at the same time, can't be sitting on it forever. We ain't getting any younger. Need to get on with it. So that schedule, each song is intended to be a platform for the next song, whilst also building on the last song. So it's all building up. So No Turning Back is a platform for the next song, which will be this one. End of January-ish. And this song should build on No Turning Back. You can't look at it as just each song, oh, how's this doing? Oh, it's not working. Oh, give up. Build up. Don't give up, build up. Keep going. Build momentum. That's the whole thing in my head with this. And yeah, so that's what we've been doing. That's how we're going about it. And like I said, it is a ball ache, but Kev's got GarageBand, so he can record whatever he needs to record when we need stuff recording, if it's not just remixing stuff. Jay, slightly different. it was always the case that, oh, I've got to go down there and record him because Jay can barely switch on a computer. I ain't lying. He's hopeless. He's hopeless. But he had some sort of epiphany and he got himself the free version of Studio One and he's away with a mixer now. He's at it like no one's business. Well, that might be strong in it a bit, but... And so we're working out a system. We're having to do from miles and miles away what we would do if I was in the room recording with them. So if I was in the room recording with them, it'd be like, not sure about that, Jay. Ooh, like that. Try this, Jay. Blah. Now we're having to do that remotely. So it's a case of he sends me something, I fiddle and fart arse about with it, edit it. I may even do a MIDI bass line, which is just basically the current equivalent of me saying, try that, Jay. And this was part of our crisis because, believe me, it didn't sit well. But once I explained it to him, that's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing is just saying, try this. So you send me stuff, I'll fiddle with it, give you my ideas, you then build on that, and then we'll end up with something good. Because that's what usually happens is I'll say, try that. Jay or Kev will completely misunderstand what I'm getting at, do something completely different, and it'll be better than what I originally thought of. That's how it works. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. I've been prattling on a bit. It's 12 minutes. Jesus. Anyway. Can you hear her? Yeah. So, I'm going to get off now because I've been banging on too long. But that's how we went with just get on with it. And believe me, once we set targets and put things in the diary, it was a different ball game. It was a different ball game, and we've done what we've done in the last 6 months. And let's have it right. You know, we're not pulling up trees. We're not blowing up and going all viral and all that malarkey. But we're doing it more than we've ever done it, and we're doing it having not seen each other for 18 months. Seen each other as a band for 18 months. Bonkers. But it can be done. So, I'm going to get off now. Love you lots and all that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you're on YouTube, all that under there, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Notification bell, bing, bing, all that. Help us out. Really does help us out. But, yeah, I'll be back soon for another chat. Thanks for watching, if you have been. If you haven't been, sod ya. And see you soon. Ta-da!